Happiness by Dan Fry, starring Drew Ignatowski, Lee Hansen, and Will Hightower. Sarah stands center stage. To one side of her, Dr. Sellers, a psychiatrist. To the other side, the pharmacist who wears a white lab coat.
Death?
Excuse me?
I said death.
Oh, no, thank you.
I meant, have you experienced a death recently?
Not in this lifetime.
A loss, I mean. A loved one lost or a job?
Neither. Why?
Those are the two non-pathological causes that would explain your symptoms.
I have symptoms? I just said that I feel sad.
Yes, and you don't want to feel sad, do you?
Of course not, but what can I do?
You'll take 2 pills with breakfast, 2 with lunch, 2 with dinner, 2 at bed, understand?
No, I don't.
Oh, is 2 too many for you?
I understand the 2 part, but 2 what exactly?
The pills, of course.
I don't want pills. I'm opposed to pills.
Well, if the oral option is objectionable, we could try topical, nasal, otic, or of course rectal approaches.
No, I don't want rectal approaches. I want,
Anal fears?
I'm not afraid. I just don't want medication.
I see. There are 2 alternative treatments. First, cognitive behavioral therapy.
Which means
Talking to me.
that's not working so far. What's the other?
Nothing.
But you said there were 2.
Yes, and the second one is doing nothing. You can choose to be miserable. It works for some people, but no one likes them very much.
Just take the pills. You'll improve.
What are they?
SSRIs, selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors.
What do they do?
Oh, they selectively inhibit the reuptake of serotonin.
Don't patronize me. Tell me what they do to my brain.
In a normal life, things happen which are nice.
And then a chemical, serotonin, is released. It attaches to a receptor.
You feel nice for a while. Then the serotonin goes away.
Reuptake. These will help you hang on to your serotonin.
And your smile.
Maybe my feelings aren't just about chemicals. Maybe they're about my life and the world and how awful it is.
There is nothing awful about your life. You have time, money, and energy to come see me.
But the feeling doesn't come from the chemicals, right?
The feelings are chemicals. Cause and effect is irrelevant.
Is my brain the chicken or the egg?
Your brain is the problem.
And we have the solution.
But how do you even know that I'm depressed?
We'll treat you. And if you get better, then you were.
That doesn't make sense. I want a test.
Oh, tests of brain chemistry are highly invasive. I presume you want one before your autopsy?
I came to you for a diagnosis. Isn't that your job?
Very well. Tell me what you did last night.
He pulls out a copy of the DSM-4 and flips to a page. As Sarah tells her story, he ticks off symptoms.
Well, I was trying to make myself dinner, and I felt a bit strange.
Feelings of sadness.
No, it was just got grossed out by the meat.
Loss of appetite.
I just didn't want to eat it.
Loss in interest in activities and things once considered pleasurable.
Oh, yeah? Well, I spent all night masturbating.
Change in sleeping patterns.
No, I'm sorry. This just isn't working.
She starts to leave.
Feelings of guilt.
You know what my favorite movie is? It's a Wonderful Life. What do you make of that?
Thoughts of suicide. You have at least 5 of the 10 diagnostic criteria. Your depression is indisputable.
But don't despair, there is a scientific solution.
We'll have you feeling normal in no time.
We're starting you on fluvoxamine.
And if I don't feel better?
Then we'll try duloxetine or fluoxetine or paroxetine. We have a wide range of doses.
And if I still don't get better?
Then you probably were not sick to begin with.
Sadness is not a sickness.
Sadness is a symptom. You are depressed.
But since when is that an illness?
The pharmacist holds up a placard showing a bust of Plato.
It used to be called melancholia. In Greek, melis chole, black bile, an imbalance of bodily fluids.
Even they knew it was chemical.
The pharmacist next holds up a sketch of a man possessed by demons.
In the medieval period, they blamed it on demons, just like everything else.
Moral failure, not a helpful diagnosis.
The pharmacist holds up a picture of a man undergoing a painful surgery.
17th century, humors.
Surgical solution, pre-antibiotics. Bad news.
The pharmacist holds up a picture of a man receiving electroshock therapy.
19th century, an electrical imbalance.
Ooh, look fun.
And today, finally, depression.
Ta-da!
The pharmacist presents a picture of a happy face.
Maybe I don't believe in depression. Nobody had ever even heard of it before the last century.
Sort of like germs. That didn't stop them from killing people.
Depression has always existed. All we did was give it a name.
The latest in a long series of names, the latest trend in treatment, but what makes you think that this is any more true than everything that came before it?
The problem exists, regardless of what we call it. We don't care about truth.
Isn't truth the point of science?
The point is to solve problems, and what we have today is a solution.
I find it unnatural. It's chemical.
What do you think the brain is made of? Chemicals plus electricity.
But controlling them, manipulating them with drugs, that's unnatural.
Unhappiness is unnatural. Have you ever known an unhappy dog?
No, but
Or an unhappy ant?
I get it.
An unhappy wind?
But dogs and ants and winds aren't happy either. They can't be.
Of course not. There's no market there.
Excuse me?
We'd like you to consider your options.
I only hear one option.
We're here to provide a service.
I thought you were supposed to help.
We can only help you when you're willing to help yourself.
You have to want to be happy.
But why should I be happy? This situation is intolerable. I need to see you and take these and pay money to be happy, but you and these and money and the whole idea that it's all normal, that's why I'm miserable. You are the reason I'm miserable.
Then I'm sure you'll be happy without us.
Dr. Sellers and the pharmacist begin to exit.
Wait,
Yes?
if I take them, will they make me different?
Of course.
You'll be happy.
You'll be healed.
All right, but
You'll be whole.
will they make me a different person?
Once you take these, there's no more need for questions.
Or answers.
Or sessions.
Or sadness.
I want to be happy. And I want to be me.
Well, you can have unhappiness on your own terms.
Or happiness on ours.
What do you say, Sarah?
Blackout.